What's up, guys? In today's video, I'm going to be fully explaining structure blocks. So, as you know, structure blocks are a thing in the game now. They've been here for a good bit of time, but I've had a lot of people come to me and ask how they work, and I can understand how it's a bit confusing. So, in this video, I'll be telling you everything about them. So I'm just going to grab some blocks really quick, and I'm just going to make a line like this. Okay? And then, as you can see, here's a bounding box of it. And if I open it, I can edit that here. So let's say I only want it to be a 3 by 3. Right, so I can change the X and the Z and the Y. I'll change that as well. And as you can see, it says -1. That's by default. If I move this to 0, it goes up 1. If I offset it by -2, let's say, it'll go down 2 blocks. But for now, I'm going to just leave it at 0. It's the most convenient. Alright, so next, you can see it says include entities. So what this means is, let's say, I don't know, I take a chicken, okay? I'm just going to build this up quickly so you can't escape. But let's say I take a chicken and spawn it here. Now, this is automatically switched on, but if it is off, it won't keep the chicken, as you can see here. But since it's on, if I save this now, it'll save it with the chicken. Alright, so this remove blocks, obviously you can see it won't copy the blocks with it. I can't think of too many circumstances where you would really want to use this, but I'm sure in some it would be useful. So this here, I'm going to be honest, I'm not 100% sure what this does. From my experience, it doesn't really make a difference. But I'm sure if you play with them enough, you can find out what it does. And then here, this last one, you can see, show bounding box. If I take it off, I can just see this. And then as well out here, it doesn't show that, so I can see my build more clearly. So that's pretty much everything to do with the save feature. So I'm just going to turn this on really quick. And then you name your structure here, which you're going to save it as. I'm just going to do this as test. And then from here, I'm going to just click save. So as you can see at the bottom, there's export and reset. So if I click reset, then what does that do? I remember using it before, but I can't quite remember what it does. But anyway, from that, if I click load, I'll get to this section, and you can see the offset here. Include entities. Obviously, if I turn it off now, then my chicken will disappear. But there's no point in loading it in the same place that I saved it, so let me go over here really quick. So I go into load, and then I type in test. Okay. After I click enter, it'll show the bounding box, and by default, it's offset by -1. So let me just make that 0. Now I can simply click load, and it'll load my structure from before. But I mean, if I want to change a few things, I can. So integrity, what this means is, let me set this to 50%. Whatever number you type in here is going to be a percent. So 100 is obviously complete, 50, half, so on and so forth. It loaded half of my build here. So if I make this 100 and then click load, my whole build will be here. Now, as you can see, it just says the seed of my world. And then the rotation. Now, this is actually very useful. If you want to, let's say, if you build some, okay, I'm going to quickly, let me get a piece of dirt. I'm going to build a wall like this, okay? So, I'm quick, but if I do this, then you can see that, okay, here's my wall, and it is, like, the long way is this direction, pretty much. Okay, so I'm going to take my structure block, and then I'm going to put it here, and then I'm going to change the bounding box quickly, so if I do that, there we go, and then I'm just going to make this really high, make it offset by 0, and then change this to 4, because it doesn't need to be set at 5. Okay, so now I'm going to just save this as wall. Oh, that's capital. Okay, wall. There we go. So if I save this now, when I actually go to load, let's say, I want to turn it sideways now, right? I would just go rotate 90 degrees, as you can see out here. Now this is facing this way. I can do the same thing. If I do it over here, you can see it's the same, but if, let's say actually I have a stair, which I will get really quick to show you the orientation of it. That's going to be facing this way now. So I'm going to go back to save quickly, and then save it again. It'll overwrite my previous one. But now I'm going to go back to load, and as you can see, I'm going to put it to 90 degrees. You can see now, okay, it loaded this way. If I come over here, place another one down, go back to load, and then put wall, click enter. I'm going to do this by 180 degrees. So now if I click load, then this appears to be the same as this one, except the stair I placed, it shows the direction. So this is actually facing this way, and this one is facing this way. And then pretty much the same thing if I do to 70 degrees, but I'll do that really quick. Show it. Let me do that, and then 270. Load. There we go. It's like it's similar to that one, but again, the stair. So yeah, that's how you can rotate your builds. That is probably the most useful function of the structure blocks. Most of it is similar to the clone command. So obviously you can copy stuff, but this one you can actually rotate it. So that's pretty cool. And then obviously if you want to mirror it over the X, you can, or the Z, you can, and then again the bounding box, right? So now this last feature here, 3D export. Now this is only really available on if you're on Windows 10, and as you can see, there's a bounding box here, and then you can it'll export whatever you have built in here. Now, at first you'll look at this and think, oh, maybe I can export it and then save it in like I can load it in my other worlds, which sadly this is not what this feature does. But you can export it into, I forget what the program's called, but it's not Minecraft. It's just to pretty much view your structure. So yeah, it can be useful, I guess. In my opinion, it's this 3D export is a little bit underwhelming and really confusing. Took me a long time to figure it out, but if you're just using structure blocks to assist you in building, you really won't need to use it. So yeah, that is structure blocks explained. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, make sure to give it a like. If you really liked it, make sure to subscribe. And yeah, I mean, let's say you want something done with commands, you think something's cool, but you're not 100% sure how to do it, leave a comment down below, and if I think it's interesting enough, I will give it a go. Yeah, that is it for today's video, and I will see you guys later. Peace.